Have you ever felt the pull of a dream, an idea so compelling it keeps you awake at night, only to smother it under the weight of, "I'm not ready"? You tell yourself you need more knowledge, more time, more resources, just one more certificate, one more tutorial, one more perfect plan. But here's the reality. That perfect moment rarely arrives. Readiness is an illusion. It's a mirage that keeps you stuck in preparation mode while the world moves on without you. In this video, we're going to shatter that myth. You'll learn why acting before you feel prepared isn't reckless. It's the fastest way to learn, adapt, and succeed. We'll explore how imperfect action teaches more than endless planning, how fear can guide you to your greatest growth, and how tiny, consistent steps build unstoppable momentum. I'll share real stories of creators, entrepreneurs, and innovators who leaped before they looked and achieved the extraordinary. Finally, you'll walk away with practical tools and a clear challenge. Take one action in the next 30 minutes. No more waiting. Your future self is counting on you to begin right now. The readiness trap and the power of imperfect action. Most people fall into the readiness trap. We believe that if we just accumulate enough knowledge, money, or endorsements, the perfect moment will magically appear and everything will align. So we binge watch courses, tweak our business plans, and refine our messaging. Yet projects stall, ideas fade, and confidence drains away. Here's the hard truth. Preparation without execution is procrastination dressed up as diligence. True learning and growth only occur when you test your ideas in the real world. Picture yourself planning your first online course. You might spend months outlining modules, designing slides, and polishing your curriculum. Yet until you record even 5 minutes of video or survey your potential audience, you're operating in a vacuum. That's where imperfect action comes in. Launch your minimum viable product, MVP, no matter how raw it feels. A half-finished landing page, a short podcast pilot, or a simple blog post. That first imperfect version immediately exposes blind spots, gaps in your content, unclear messaging, or unforeseen objections. With every piece of feedback, you refine your approach, strengthen your skills, and move closer to excellence. Imperfect action accelerates progress in 3 ways. Immediate feedback. You learn what resonates and what doesn't, so you can pivot quickly. Confidence building. Each small delivery, no matter how flawed, proves you can ship. Resource attraction. Stakeholders, collaborators, and mentors take you more seriously when they see you executing rather than planning. Remember, progress beats perfection. Every moment you delay is a moment you could have been testing, iterating, and growing. Fear as a compass and cultivating resilience. Fear often masquerades as a reason to delay. You might dread the sting of criticism, the possibility of failure, or the thought of looking foolish in front of your peers. But fear isn't your enemy. It's a compass pointing you toward growth. What scares you most often highlights the areas where you'll expand the most. When your heart pounds before clicking publish on your first video, or your hands shake in anticipation of a critical pitch meeting, that's fear signaling you're on the edge of your comfort zone. Instead of resisting, lean into the discomfort. Ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take despite this fear? Then act on it. Share a draft with a trusted friend, record a 1-minute practice clip, or rehearse your opening line in the mirror. Each time you face fear head-on, you rewire your brain to associate discomfort with growth rather than danger. Setbacks are inevitable when you leap before you're ready. Plans derail, technology glitches, and criticism can sting like salt in a wound. But resilience is forged in adversity. Here's how to cultivate it. Reframe setbacks. View challenges as temporary puzzles with solutions, not as proof you're unworthy. Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that every high achiever you admire faced failures first. Build a support network. Surround yourself with mentors, peers, and cheerleaders who lift you when doubt creeps in. Develop recovery rituals. Use quick resets, 5 deep breaths, a brisk walk, or a 2-minute journaling session to clear your mind after a tough blow. With each obstacle you overcome, you strengthen your grit, an unshakable confidence that carries you through every future trial. Micro steps and momentum. Small wins, big impact. When you're staring at a mountain of ambition, it's easy to freeze. The antidote? Break that mountain into micro steps, tiny, actionable tasks you can complete today. Instead of build an online course, try Outline Module 1. Instead of grow my social presence, try draft a 30-second script for one video. Micro steps deliver 2 powerful benefits. They slash overwhelm and generate quick wins. Each completed task releases dopamine, your brain's natural reward signal, cementing a sense of progress and fueling motivation. Over days and weeks, these tiny actions compound into significant advancement. One micro step today plus another tomorrow equals remarkable momentum over time. Momentum is your greatest ally. It's far easier to keep moving than to start moving. That first push, a tweet announcing your project, a 1-minute demo video, or a handful of outreach emails, creates intrigue and energy. That initial spark fuels confidence, making it easier to tackle larger tasks. Think of pushing a stalled car. The first shove demands maximum effort, but once it moves, each subsequent push feels lighter. To build and sustain momentum, track your wins. Use a simple checklist. Each checkmark is a mini victory that motivates you to continue. Increase intensity. Gradually, as micro steps become habit, scale up. Move from 1 email to 3, from 100 words to 300. Celebrate milestones. Share accomplishments with your community or journal your progress to reinforce positive habit loops. Before long, you'll look back in amazement at how far you've come, all because you embraced micro steps and kept the snowball rolling. Learning through action, case studies and courage. Nothing accelerates growth like real-world experience. Let's dive into examples of visionaries who leaped before they looked and reshaped entire industries. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, started with a single napkin sketch and cold-called fabric mills begging for partnership. She launched with $5,000 savings. No fashion background, no connections. Today, Spanx is a multi-billion-dollar brand worn by millions. Her secret? She treated every no as feedback, iterated relentlessly, and refused to wait for approval. Walt Disney founded Laugh-O-Gram Films on a shoestring budget, only to face bankruptcy. Instead of quitting, he pivoted to create Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and after losing rights to that character, he reinvented Mickey Mouse. He gambled everything on his next idea, persevering through setbacks to build an entertainment empire that still inspires generations. J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter manuscript in noisy cafes, living on welfare. 12 publishers rejected her before Bloomsbury said yes. Rather than viewing rejection as defeat, she used it to refine her pitch and belief in her story. Today, her books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide. Elon Musk risked his entire PayPal fortune to fund SpaceX and Tesla. His rockets exploded, his factories lagged, and critics predicted failure at every turn. Yet he treated each setback as data, iterating designs, refining processes, and pushing forward until his rockets landed upright and electric cars dominated the luxury market. Each of these innovators began long before they felt ready. They viewed fear as fuel, setbacks as tutorials, and action as their primary teacher. Their stories remind us that courage, resilience, and a bias toward action trump perfect timing every time. Practical tools and your next step. You don't need more motivation. You need a clear framework to take action today. Here are 8 tools to help you dive in immediately. voice memos and journals, capture raw ideas, reflections, and script practice on your phone, no editing required, revisit and refine later. Pomodoro technique. Work in 25-minute sprints, followed by 5-minute breaks to maintain laser focus and overcome inertia. Accountability. Buddy, share your goal with a friend or mentor and schedule brief weekly check-ins. Social commitment drives consistency. Public commitment. Announce your intention on social media, in a newsletter, or on your blog. Public visibility creates both accountability and early support. MVP approach. Isolate the core value of your idea. Build the simplest version possible, just enough to test demand and gather feedback. Time blocking. Reserve dedicated slots for your project on your calendar. Treat them as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Feedback channels. Use quick surveys, polls, or one-on-one interviews to gather insights. Data-driven iterations outpace guesswork. Iterative mindset. After each action, ask, what worked, what didn't? What's the smallest next step? Then execute immediately. Your 30-minute challenge. Right now, pause this video. Identify one concrete action you can complete in the next half hour. Draft an email, record a 30-second clip, outline one section. Set a timer. Do it. Notice the thrill of progress and the fading of doubt once you begin. That first step is the hardest, but it's also the most transformative. The power of beginning. Readiness is an illusion. Action is real. By starting before you're ready, you accelerate your learning. Develop unshakable confidence and open doors that preparation alone cannot unlock. Imperfect action. Fear embraced. Micro steps compounded. They create unstoppable momentum. Your dreams don't wait for a perfect you. They need the version of you who begins now. So, what will you start before you're ready? Take that step today. Your future self is already grateful for the courage you show in this very moment.